What's up guys, welcome to the swag feed where we feed the swag into you. This video I'm going to explain the difference between a $100 plus ukulele and a $30 ukulele. Stay tuned. So firstly, I'm going to start with the $30 ukulele, and I want to take a look at design and build quality. This is actually my first ukulele. It is a soprano, I believe, and the pegs are screwed into the back. Now, as a beginner ukulele, this is fine. As a first ukulele, it's best to start with an instrument that isn't super expensive until you know that you want to play it for a long time. So yeah, the pegs are in the back, they're screwed in. These come loose quite easily, and I constantly find myself having to tighten them with a screwdriver, which no one really wants to do. You may not be able to see it, but the string, yeah, you can see it. The strings are they're pretty high from the fretboard. And what that means is that you have to press down harder on the strings to get the desired sound that you want, so that you don't get dead notes like that. That's another thing I don't like. The quality of the bridge, you can kind of see a little wear right there. That came with it, I believe, and if it didn't, it may have just come from the oil on my fingers, which everyone has. But you don't want your bridge looking like that all over the place from oil on your fingers. I mean, it should be able to stand up to that. So that's another thing I don't like. The bridge is basically a block of wood with a plastic little thing on it. It's not actually wood, it's plastic painted like wood, which, I mean, the whole instrument just feels cheap. Now, if you're starting out with a $30 ukulele, you won't notice any of these things I'm talking about at all. This was my first ukulele, and I thought it was the best one ever, until I upgraded to something, well, reasonable, and realized it wasn't. Now going to my 130 plus ukuleles, unless you get like a designer $1,000 ukulele, they're all going to be about the same, which what I'm talking about here. Sorry about the glare. I don't really know why I was doing that. But yeah, as you can see, the pegs, if you're familiar with violin, these are similar to fine tuners. You can turn and a very slight motion or tuning is taking place. So if you only need to move up a half step, you can get that half step instead of like on this one where if you turn just a little bit, you'll go up a whole step. The strings, that's a dramatic difference. They're much lower to the fretboard, meaning that I don't have to press down as hard. So, especially up in these high notes where you're closer to the bridge, it is very easy to hit the notes, whereas the other one you have to force the notes down. The bridge isn't just a block of wood. It is wood. It is actually real wood, and it's just not a block. It's kind of neatly designed on there. The ukulele is actually made of wood, and it's got a nice little white band, accented band on it, which I like. The strings are white, which I prefer over these black ones. The black ones just kind of blend in. And, I mean, to me this looks like a toy compared to this, which looks more professional. Let's see, what else? Yeah, like I said, the whole thing is made of wood. I believe, no, it's not ebony. The frets right here, they are made of metal. These are made of metal too, but these just seem like a finer grade of metal. These dots, don't know what you call them, but these markers are smaller, which I like. It just fits into the design of the ukulele. Now going into sound quality and performance, like I said, this is my soprano ukulele, so I'll play a little melody on it, so you can, on both of them, so you can kind of get a feel for how they sound. If you know about ukuleles and how they sound, that sounded awful. the ukulele, this is what I call these instruments is that they're dummy instruments. Basically, you buy them just to kind of get a feel for the instrument, but this should not be your main instrument. I mean, if you're gonna get a soprano, spend more money. Don't spend $30 on a ukulele. That that didn't sound good. Now, I was picking the whole time. Because the frets are higher from the fretboard, I have to press down harder, which if you press down too hard, it still won't sound good. So by just regular strumming, it does sound better than actual picking. So like I guess it sounded decent. Okay. One thing I don't like about it is that it's not very loud at all. This is how loud I can play. That's how loud I can play, and you'll see in a moment compared to my other one that is not very loud at all. Alright guys, sorry about the location change, but moving on. The sound quality of this ukulele is very good. I was impressed with the clarity and tone of it. Just a few things I'll point out before I do a little melody. It's louder, it's a clearer tone, and it rings out. It sounds a lot better ringing out. So the little tune I played on the smaller one, I'll do the same thing on here. That sounded a lot better. I'll just play it on here real quick so you can hear the difference. Awful. And it might be a little out of tune. I mean, I tuned it right before I started this. It slipped out already. Another thing with fine tuners, because another thing with the fine tuners, they don't slip nearly as easily. I don't have to tune this nearly as much as the other one. And a little strumming pattern, it also sounds good strummed. Comparison to this again. Huge difference. Alright guys, that about wraps up my comparison of the $30 ukulele and the $130 plus ukulele. I hope this video was informative and helped you make your decision on whether to start out low, you can kind of progress your way up, or just go right into it and get the expensive ukuleles. Rate, comment, subscribe, and hope to see you back on the swag feed. Thanks.